Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. Anchor points for organization. Have you ever found yourself endlessly searching for your keys, wallet, or that one pen you actually like to use? It's frustrating, isn't it? That's where anchor points come in. Think of them as designated homes for the stuff you need every day. These spots make life simpler by cutting down on chaos and saving you time. For neurodivergent people, especially, the beauty of anchor points lies in their consistency. When everything has its place, it's easier to focus, stay organized, and avoid unnecessary stress. Simple systems like these aren't just about tidying up. They're about creating calm and making your space work for you. What are anchor points? Finding your keys right by the door or always spotting your remote on the coffee table feels like magic. But it's not magic. It's the work of anchor points. These simple, intentional systems where items are assigned a specific spot. When you create these homes for your everyday items, the result is less stress, better focus, and a smoother daily flow. The concept of anchor points. Think of anchor points as the foundation of organization. They're not just random spots where stuff ends up, but intentional places chosen specifically for ease of access. Imagine your keys always hanging by the door or your favorite pen always being in that one drawer. This simple decision removes the guesswork, saving you from spending mental energy every time you need something. Anchor points work because they establish a routine. Instead of wondering where you left your wallet or where to search for tape, you always know. It's like creating mini habits for your belongings. They have a dependable pattern, much like the predictability we crave in other areas of life. And the best part? Anyone in your home can follow along, making it a team effort in maintaining order. If you're unsure where to start, common high traffic zones like your entryway or kitchen are prime candidates. For some, it might be as simple as a hook for car keys or a tray on the counter for loose change. How anchor points improve efficiency. For those who are neurodivergent, anchor points are more than just a way to stay organized. They're a lifeline. A big part of living with ADHD, autism, or similar conditions is managing mental load and decision fatigue. The chaos of wondering, where did I put that, stacks up quickly. Anchor points eliminate that question entirely. When every item has its home, you're not just saving time, you're freeing up brain power for other tasks. For instance, you reduce decision-making stress. Every time you use an item, it automatically returns to its spot. No decision is required. It's muscle memory. You avoid repetitive frustration. Searching for misplaced items is like hitting replay on your stress. Anchor points cut that out of your day. You build a sense of calm. When your environment feels stable, your mind follows suit. If you've ever struggled with creating routines, building anchor points might feel like a great first step. Ultimately, anchor points act as shortcuts for your brain. Instead of tiny, where is it panics throughout the day, you create thoughtful habits, making everything easier, like putting your life on autopilot for the little things. Benefits of anchor points. Designated spots for your everyday essentials aren't just about keeping things tidy, they're about creating a sense of order and reducing mental strain. Reduced mental clutter. Clutter isn't just physical, it can pile up in your mind too. Constantly trying to remember where you left things adds unnecessary stress. Anchor points slice through that mental fog. When every item lives in a designated space, you don't have to stop and think, where could it be this time? Imagine your keys always hanging on a hook by the door or your medication stored in a specific cabinet. These tiny systems do a lot of heavy lifting. They eliminate guesswork. You know exactly where to look, sparing you the frustration of hunting around. They free up brain power. Less time scanning your environment means more focus for what really matters. They create a sense of calm. When your space feels organized, your thoughts follow suit. Neurodivergent people in particular benefit from these clear, predictable systems. A sense of stability can alleviate feelings of chaos and make each day a little smoother. Support for executive function challenges. Struggling with planning, remembering, or executing tasks, anchor points work like cheat codes for the brain. For those facing executive function challenges, simple systems can bridge the gap between knowing and doing. Whether it's placing your bag by the door every morning or ensuring your planner is always on your desk, these small mindful practices can set you up for fewer missteps and more wins. Improved time management. Anchor points make everything easy to find, which adds up to minutes or hours saved over the week. For neurodivergent people, this efficiency can be a game changer, especially during those chaotic mornings. When your items have a regular home, you cut out detours and distractions like retracing last night's steps. If you've ever thought, I could get so much more done if I didn't waste time looking for things, Applying anchor points could be your answer. Anchor points don't just get your things in order, they give you back your time, energy, and mental clarity. In a world where every moment counts, these simple tools make life feel a little more under control. How to design effective anchor points. Anchor points aren't just about putting things in a spot, they're finding the right spot. By thoughtfully assigning homes for your everyday items, you create a system that not only works, but sticks. Keep it simple and visible. Simplicity is key when designing anchor points for organization. Items should be easy to access and spot from a glance. No overcomplicated setups or hidden compartments. The easier it is to see and grab what you need, the more likely you are to stick to the system. Make it obvious. Use open baskets, clear trays, or hooks in high-traffic areas so items are immediately visible. Avoid out of sight, out of mind. For example, if you tend to forget where you placed envelopes and stamps, a small tray on your desk can be far more effective than a drawer. Think of it this way. Anchor points are like breadcrumbs for your brain, guiding it straight to the things you need. Select logical locations. An anchor point only works if it makes sense. The best locations are right where or when you need the item most. A misplaced spot just adds confusion instead of cutting it out. Here's what to consider when choosing logical locations. Proximity matters. Ask yourself, where do I usually use this? Keys go near the door, remotes belong by the couch. Traffic patterns. Is this item accessible to everyone who needs it? For example, grocery lists might live on a magnetic whiteboard on the fridge to keep it collaborative. Avoid disrupting existing habits. If you're used to keeping your bag on a chair, swap the chair for a designated hook in the same area. Small adjustments work better than radical changes. Take these steps and you'll see how intuitively placed anchor points lead to a space that feels natural to navigate, not forced. Adapt based on feedback. What works today might not work tomorrow. Life changes, habits shift, and your anchor points need to adapt along with them. Don't approach your setup as something permanent. It's an evolving process. Test drive your system. Try your anchor points for a week or two. If you find yourself still searching for an item, reevaluate its placement. Listen to others. If someone in your household constantly asks, "Where does this go again?" that's a sign the system needs tweaking. Stay open to change. For instance, as seasons change, you might need to swap winter gear storage for summer essentials like sunscreen or hats. A system that grows with you is one that will truly last. Think of it as maintenance for your home, just like you'd adjust a bike seat to fit better as you use it more. Examples of common anchor points. When it feels like your home is in constant disarray, it's often because everyday items lack a designated spot. Anchor points are the simple yet transformative solution to this problem. Let's take a look at some of the most effective areas to establish anchor points for everyday organization. Entryways and mudrooms. Your entryway is the first and last space you interact with when leaving or entering your home. Without an organization system here, keys, bags, and shoes can easily pile up, creating unnecessary chaos. Keys. Install a small wall-mounted hook or use a decorative dish near the door to keep your keys accessible. You'll effortlessly avoid those frantic morning searches. Bags. For bags, purses, or backpacks, consider hooks at a comfortable height or a bench with built-in storage. Shoes. Shoe racks or cubbies can corral that dreaded pile by the door while keeping your floors clear and inviting. If your home lacks a mudroom, don't worry. You can still create a functional space by adapting your entryway with compact storage solutions. Kitchen spaces. Kitchens are notorious for becoming cluttered. From utensils to pantry goods, creating anchor points here can save you time and cut down on meal prep frustration. Utensils. Use organizers inside drawers to group similar tools or place countertop caddies for essentials like spatulas and spoons. Cookware. Hang pots and pans on a pegboard or designate a specific cabinet for them. No more digging through drawers while cooking. Pantry items. Clear containers with labels make it easy to find pantry staples while keeping the shelves tidy. Grouping items into categories like snack bins or baking supplies can also streamline your routine. Living areas. Whether you're binge watching a new series or flipping through a favorite book, anchor points in living spaces help keep things cozy and under control. Remote controls. A small tray or basket on the coffee table ensures remotes never go missing. You know how they love to hide between couch cushions. Books and magazines. Use a side table or bookshelf to create a home for current reads. Keep it limited to avoid turning into another clutter zone. Electronics. A charging station with labeled slots for devices can make it easy to keep phones, tablets, and even gaming controllers charged and organized. Work or study spaces. These areas often become dumping grounds for paperwork, office supplies, and electronics. Smart anchor points can transform them into productive, calming environments. Office supplies. A small drawer organizer or desktop container can corral pens, paper clips, and sticky notes so they're always in reach. Chargers. Designate a single drawer or box to house all of your chargers and cables. Label them to avoid hunting through a tangled mess. Documents. Use file organizers to keep paperwork sorted by category: bills, work documents, or personal papers. Anchor points don't need to be fancy, they just need to work for you. These examples show how small changes in each part of your home can simplify your day and give your surroundings a sense of calm. Tips for maintaining anchor points. Creating anchor points for organization is only half the battle. To keep them effective, you'll need to maintain and refine them over time. Regular reviews and updates. Anchor points aren't set and forget systems. Life evolves, routines change, and what worked 6 months ago might no longer make sense. Taking the time to reevaluate whether your anchor points are still functioning effectively is key. Check for clutter buildup. If your designated space for keys also has spare change, old receipts, and random trinkets, it's time for a reset. Clutter can diminish the efficiency of your system. Evaluate usefulness. Ask yourself, are the items stored at each anchor point still relevant? For example, a coat hanger by the door might need to make room for lighter jackets as seasons change. Adjust based on life changes. Moving, new hobbies, or additions to your household can have a ripple effect on your organizational needs. Regular adjustments help the system work with, not against you. Involve everyone in the household. Anchor points work best when the whole household is on board. If you're the only one maintaining them, the system can quickly fall apart. Collaboration ensures consistency, especially in shared spaces. Set clear expectations. For instance, let everyone know that the entryway bin is strictly for keys and wallets. No spare change or unopened mail. When boundaries are clear, it's easier to stick to them. Ask for input. Does the current setup make sense for everyone's needs? Someone might prefer a charging station in the living room instead of the bedroom. Adjustments that work for the group keep the system effective. Model the behavior. If you consistently return your items to their anchor points, others are more likely to follow your lead. Teamwork really does make the dream work. You're not just organizing things, you're creating shared systems that bring stability and flow to your space. Create a reset routine. Even the best systems need occasional resets to stay fresh and functional. A daily or weekly habit of returning items to their designated spots ensures your anchor points continue to work their magic. Here's how to incorporate a simple reset routine. Choose a specific day or time. Sunday evenings or Friday afternoons work well to tidy up for the week ahead. Make it collaborative. Involve everyone in the reset process. For instance, have kids put their toys back in their anchor points before bedtime or help sort out a miscellaneous bin. Focus on the essentials. You don't need to reorganize everything, just touch up the areas that see the most use. Think of your reset routine as a reboot for your space. Just like clearing apps on your phone speeds things up, resetting anchor points keeps everything efficient. Creating and maintaining anchor points doesn't have to feel like a chore. With regular reviews, collaboration, and a reset routine, you make these systems work for you, not the other way around. Anchor points for organization are a simple yet powerful way to bring order and calm into your home. By assigning everyday items their own designated space, you lighten mental clutter and create systems that save time and reduce stress. For neurodivergent people, these constant setups offer essential support for managing executive function challenges and maintaining focus. Start small with 1 or 2 anchor points in high-traffic areas like your entryway or kitchen. Experiment, adjust, and see what works best for you. Over time, these habits build a sense of stability that benefits your entire household. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb Podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.